Hey, gang.
gang.
Hey, that was kind of dope. That was kind of dope.
Appreciate it.
But what it do? This is your number one crew. We are the trio. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy JD, aka Mr. Mic Drop.
I'm back and I'm better. I've been gone for a little bit, so I gotta get a little hype. It's your boy Rant J finally back on the screen.
Hey, and this is your boy OTR Trey, aka Do-Rag Trey, aka Treyway. You feel me?
A lot of AKAs.
I got mad AKAs.
True. AKA BKA.
All right, fellas. Well, shit, it's been a minute since all three of us been on stream.
I know, man.
So
it's been crazy.
Facts.
Got a pretty good lineup for us that should take us through the rest of the show. But before I do that, I know Jay said that he hasn't seen Double or Nothing. Did you see the highlights, JD? Or did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw some of the highlights.
Okay. Because really, it's only like a few big things that really need to be covered on Double or Nothing. Because it was all right. So did y'all want to start with AEW or go ahead and jump into WWE?
We can start with AEW and then finish up with
we can start with AEW.
All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Double or Nothing recap. So, JD, since you did catch a little bit of it, at least the highlights, based off of what you've seen and some of the results that came out, how'd you feel about Double or Nothing as far as where it ranks with AEW pay-per-views so far?
For the card, it was probably one of the best cards that they had. As far as the performances in the card, I would say maybe like 2 out of 3 matches. No, I'll say like 3. 3 matches really caught my eye, which was the ladder match for the TNT Championship between Wardlow and who did Wardlow fight? Christian Cage. Then of course the BCC versus the Elite, and then the championship match.
Oh my god! All right, we go. Jesus,
I think Jay missed it.
Yeah, I missed it.
Well, I want to talk about something
Don't worry.
that
Don't worry about it.
Something that JD didn't mention. So Jade finally lost.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she lost to Chris Statlander.
But didn't she win?
I didn't like the win.
She won first. She won first, and then Mark Sterling got in the ring and was like, "There's nobody left for her to beat." And then like she'll fight somebody right now.
I don't.
And then that's when Chris Statlander came out.
I don't like it.
That means that Jay's taking
like
the TNT.
Let me tell you why I don't like
the
it.
Women's Championship.
Yeah, well, well, and JD said he don't like it, but yeah, apparently, Jade after this loss is going to go on a bit of. She's going to go away for a little bit, and apparently she's coming back with a gimmick change. That's what they're saying. But go ahead, JD. Why didn't you like it? Oh my God, is he frozen?
I think he did freeze.
Yep, I did.
Okay, we hear you. So
Yeah. Oh, but I was saying
what?
I don't like it because she won just to make it 60 and then she lost. Like, so I just feel like that was, I don't know, that was just a bad way to end her streak. To give
It was
her a
like a
60-0, then for her to end her streak like within minutes.
it's like a Money in the Bank cash in.
Kinda, yeah.
It is like a Money in the Bank cash in. I don't know. Me personally, I just didn't like it. Like, first of all, the match wasn't good. Like her first match against Taya Valkyrie, it wasn't a good match. It was quick. So then, I guess to fill it in, to give it some kind of recognition, they just put her in there to lose. It's good to see Chris Statlander back from her injury and everything, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. I thought that was just
How'd
like
you-
one of the most
how'd
piss
you-
poor ways to end somebody's title reign.
How'd y'all feel about Chris Statlander being the one to beat her? Because I always think that was the initial plan before Statlander got hurt.
I guess it was.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if Statlander wasn't hurt. I don't even know if Jade
Yeah.
made it to would have made it to 60.
I mean, okay. So we already said,
Nah,
like
they
I
probably
said,
would have pushed her to 100.
there was nobody left for her to really defend the title against.
That's what he
It's
said.
not that I'm contesting her dropping the belt. You know what I'm saying? It's the manner and how she lost the belt. That the way she lost it was it was such a cop out. For her to have the record that she has, she deserved to
It
lose that
was.
belt like, straight up in a one-on-one match. You know what I mean? Now, whatever this gimmick change
A good
is
match
going
at
to
that.
be, exactly. Whatever this gimmick change is going to be, I mean, I feel like we know where it's going. I mean, normally when you drop one belt, that's because you're going for another belt that's a little bit higher up. So we'll see how
Okay.
it goes with AEW.
All right. And sticking with the women, Toni Storm beat Jamie Hayter to become the new AEW Women's Champion. That'll make her a 2-time AEW Women's Champion. So apparently Jamie Hayter is hurt. That's why she got squashed like that.
Yeah. You remember what I said, that it will possibly be like some kind of controversy between their group now if Toni Storm won. And I still feel that to be, I mean, it showed that they still are meshing as a group. I still feel like that there will be some kind of turbulence now that at least one member of a trio is the champion.
I feel you. So, Jay, you got any thoughts on that?
No.
Let's see.
Jay was putting the pedal to the metal, so
Jay was avoiding the rain.
All right, so let's move on to the Wardlow ladder match was good. What do you think, JD?
we could do the TNT title match.
Okay, so yeah, that was pretty good. I knew that Wardlow wasn't going to lose. Not at least not to Christian Cage. At least not right now.
Yeah.
Definitely setting it up to
the fact that
Luchasaurus
Wardlow
after it.
almost like took his leg. Yeah. The fact that Wardlow almost took his leg off, that part had me geeking. Like, he almost missed the ladder completely.
Who won? Wardlow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, they just put the title back on him. I don't see him losing it that quickly. And then we had all right, so then I don't think the tag titles weren't defended. FTR. Yeah, they were. I'm tripping. And they won. FTR beat Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
no, not Jeff Jarrett.
I don't know. Part of me thought that they were going to put the titles on Jared and Lethal. I don't know. I just want to see something different.
I swear, if they would have put those titles on Jared, never mind. See, you got me about to start, and I ain't even watch it.
Hey, it's been a minute. All right, and then what else we got? The 4 pillars match. So Sammy Guevara versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus MJF versus Darby Allin. MJF won, was my prediction. But what y'all think of that match?
Oh, he took his headset off.
I guess I guess he wasn't feeling it. JD. Yo. So, how'd you feel about that?
Hey man, I gotta get my stuff together. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So the 4 pillars match. Man, the fact that they did all the moves of the people that mentored them, I feel like that part of the match took the cake. That was probably one of the best montage of like, you really got to know your wrestling history to actually see, to know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Each individual, like Darby Allin did the Scorpion Death Drop. Then you had MJF do the Crossroads. Then you had Jungle Boy do the Impeditor. And then you had Sammy Guevara do
the walls, didn't
he did the walls and he did the Code Breaker.
Okay, yeah. So I
like,
ain't never seen it that where everybody just paid homage to their mentors. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that jump was dope. That was
and
a real dope.
I loved how see, and this lets me know that after this thing with Cody, where he finally gets the title, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up going back to AEW in some way, because the way that they was shouting him out that whole
he's still
match,
relevant.
Yeah, they were shouting him out that whole match. They brought up how he trained MJF, how MJF turned his back on him, like said him by name, Cody Rhodes. Like,
I mean, I don't think that. I mean, honestly, I don't think that Cody left AEW because he had to, or that they weren't going to pay him enough. I just think he saw an opportunity with WWE to achieve something that, he's been wanting to do. I think him not getting the WWE Championship has been something that's been sticking in the back of his mind this entire time. So when the opportunity came up, I mean, he can always go back to to AEW once his contract's up if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're going to say no to him. It's Cody Rhodes. Ain't nobody going to turn him down. But, I mean, it just goes to show that he's still relevant. Cody will always be relevant.
Yeah.
So
now, and then I predicted that during our prediction show, I predicted
MJF was going to retain.
No, that he's going to hold the title for a year. What y'all think about that?
I don't know. We'll see once with this whole CM Punk coming back bullcrap.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. And then so they finished off with the Anarchy in the Arena match. Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite, a reformed Elite with Hangman Page. So what was it? They were about to win, and then Don Callis cost Kenny and the Elite the match. So
yeah,
and then because Takeshita,
yep,
Takeshita turned heel, and he is now aligned himself with Don Callis. Not sure whether they are part of the Blackpool Combat Club or not, or they're just doing their own thing. But overall, thoughts on the match and how it ended.
The firecracker super.
I don't know.
That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah, when he super kicked him and his shoe blew up.
Yeah, the firecracker super kick.
One of the Bucks super kick.
Oh,
Moxley,
you gotta see it.
Oh yeah, yeah, when you get a chance to go on YouTube and type in Double or Nothing 2023 and look for that match, you gonna and then I forgot which buck it was. He got his foot full of thumbtacks, and then he was super kicking all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But and Danielson wrestled with a shirt on the whole time, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy match.
Oh, and they came down like the Shield from the rap from not the Raptors, but from the crowd.
Well, you know, he got it.
I got $100, even though I didn't see the match. I got $100 that says that Moxley was bleeding during this match.
Oh, of course he was.
No, that's not a good bet. That's not a good bet. It's not a good bet whatsoever.
Of course he was. But overall, I think it was a pretty solid pay-per-view. I think the two matches that were the best are the two ones that we just spoke about. The Anarchy and the Pillars match. But everything else is cool. But
yeah,
moving on. So Wednesday night, it's been announced that premiering on June 17th, that Saturday at 8 p.m. So they have their Saturday night show now. So it's gonna be their third show. But one Mr.
Oh, you can't see it.
Mr. CM Punk will be returning to action on that day. So it's official now. No more speculation.
God. So after he got kicked out of backstage out of WWE, then he got kicked out of Impact, so now he finally made his decision on what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm over
and
it.
He also got a mixed reaction when Tony Khan made the announcement. He got booed and cheered. It wasn't just a straight love fest like it was last time.
Because people are tired of it. People are over him.
Mm-hmm.
You got the true CM Punk fans that are going to be yay no matter what. But then you got everybody else that's just like, we've seen this story. And at the end of the day, honestly, I don't care whether it's not CM Punk comes back. Like, honestly, that's how over him I am. Like, the whole situation with him. Everywhere he goes, there's some type of drama. No matter what he does.
Yes.
That's a fact.
He's a cancer.
So, and the sad part about it, though, I mean, he's probably, I never met him in person. So, I mean, he's probably a great person. You know what I'm saying? But when you got people who just see the shit on TV and they don't really get to see the person, you can't help but to judge what you see all the time. And no matter where he goes, there's always some shit.
Fact.
It's only a matter of time before some shit again with him in AEW.
Well,
mm-hmm.
The reason why he's going to be on Collision is because they're doing like a pretty much an impromptu brand split where he's going to be working. He's pretty much going to be running Collision as the main attraction up there. Because everybody knows a lot of the top people in AEW don't really want to work with him right now. That could change, but I know Moxley doesn't want to work with him. Jericho. I don't know what they're going to do with the whole MJF thing. The Elite ain't fucking with him like that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm interested to see just how Collision is anyway, because I think it's going to be a 2-hour show also.
I feel like also past the point of him debuting in Chicago. Don't want to see that shit either again. So
well, they're going on a Canadian. I believe it's a Canadian tour after the Chicago debut. So
and
get him in the States one last time before they go on tour, and then we'll see.
Whatever.
We'll see the real reaction once he gets out of Chicago. We'll see how the fans really feel about him.
They're just trying to milk him for ticket sales.
Well, they went in. They rented out the United Center, so they got the big boy arena for his return instead of the smaller arena in Chicago.
Listen, AEW better stop now. Okay, they better stay in that B+ lane. All right. Because they not in that.
Well, you see right here, they come in the Greensboro Coliseum August 12th.
I'm just saying they not in them they don't need to be in them A+ Coliseums right now, man. Listen, they're just a B+ player right now. All right.
JD, we
got
going?
to stay in
They
their
don't need
lane.
to see that. They don't need to see that on camera.
JD, what's up? We going?
What the hell is August 12th? I don't know. My anniversary the week after that, so I got to see.
That's a no. Ooh, child. No.
Hey, y'all gonna make me see CM Punk by myself?
I don't think I'm gonna be here. If I'm
Yeah,
here,
I
you know
don't
I'm
see
down to go. Listen, I told you this. I don't know what it is with this year. Okay, this year, if I'm here,
Oh, that's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll probably go. But if I think I'm gonna be in the Outer Banks for a whole week, so I don't think I'll be here.
Mm. That
All right,
pre-back to
so
school vacation.
There you go.
all right, well, now that we got our AEW out the way. All right, now let's talk about Night of Champions. I'm assuming everybody saw it, correct?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to this. We're gonna get to this right here. But overall, how'd y'all feel about Night of Champions?
I think Night of Champions was a solid pay-per-view. You know what I'm
PLE.
saying? I think that it was
Mhm.
one of the better pay-per-views that they've had in Saudi Arabia. So I give them kudos to that because you know they really showed out compared to some of the other products that they've put out there. So you know what I mean? If I had to rate it on the scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8. I think I think an 8
Oh,
is an acceptable
so a B plus.
B plus.
So a
Yeah,
B
yeah, there
plus.
you go. Yeah, B
Yeah,
plus. Definitely.
that's good. That's good.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that there's been
Mm-mm.
a lot worse pay-per-views coming from them. So I would have to say that
Facts.
this was definitely for as big as it is, because you know these pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia are advertised like WrestleMania status. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
for that, I would definitely say B plus is great for them.
Yeah, I'll give it a B.
Yeah.
No plus, just B. All right, what about you, JD?
Yeah, I agree. B plus. Um, it could have been an A minus. You know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the
Go ahead and
Ali
say
and
it.
Gunther match, it didn't have any background to it. You just threw Ali in there because of where it's at. So you got to do better when you come to storylines involving certain championships. You know,
Yeah, I definitely
I
think that
think
match could have hit a
that's
little
it.
bit better.
Yeah. Other than that, like the women's championship matches were good. Oh, the other match, I guess the Becky and Trish Stratus. That match,
That
you
wasn't
could
a
have had
match.
that on live TV instead of at a PLE.
That was a pre-show match.
I Yeah, I feel like you for it to be Night of Champions, don't do a filler match. Don't do it. Like you just got to have all titles on the line because nobody really cared about that.
All right. Well,
I mean, I think
speaking.
the
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, I was just saying. I think the best match, if you have to say what match stole the show, which match made the night, I think that them kicking it off with AJ and Seth Rollins kind of set a tone for the rest of the pay-per-view that it couldn't keep up with. I mean that's just
Yep.
my like that match was so good. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it was a classic
Hmm.
5-star match, but I mean it was so good that it
No, it was
set
four.
expectation for the
Hmm.
night. And then I don't think that there
It
was
did.
any match really other than the final main event. And that match was even still like if it wasn't for what happened. But I'm just saying like that to
Hmm.
me, I think they should have saved that. That's
All
just
right.
me.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of Trish and Becky, so we saw Zoe Stark came out to assist Trish in her victory. She was an NXT Carlo.
Yep.
She's on Raw now.
Mhm.
And I was reading up, and it looks like Trish is not going anywhere anytime soon. She's signed for. She's going to be around for a while. So this isn't going to be like a quick feud, and even if it is, Trish isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So, what do
Well, I
y'all
mean, I
think
think
about?
It's not going to
What y'all
be a
think about
quick
that?
feud. It's not. It's not going to be a quick feud because they're just playing this storyline out. Lita's going to come back from her injury, from Trish attacking her. It's going to be a tag team match. We already know what it's going to be as
yeah,
far as that
exactly.
goes.
I mean, let's be honest. This is Trish needs to stop wrestling. Okay, let's put it like that. All right. I understand. I respect Trish for everything that she's done. You know what I'm saying? That match at Night of Champions was awful for her part.
I'll say it
I
wasn't
mean,
that bad. She did. She wasn't that. She wasn't that
Mhm.
bad.
bro, go back and rewatch it and look at all that Becky had to do to kind of help her along throughout the match. And then you'll see what I was looking at. I think that I like Trish in the capacity of building up the what's her girl that just came up that's underneath her.
Zoe Stark.
Yeah, I like that aspect, right? I like that. Yeah, of course.
Zoe
Let
Stark.
Trish come in, let Trish do a couple of matches on SmackDown, on Monday Night Raw or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Help push Stark because she looked like she can do some stuff. You know what I mean? Like she, especially in this women's division, like she could go a long way. You know what I'm saying? With the right push, but
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling the match. I'm sorry. That's just me. I wasn't feeling it at
I
all.
see this point in time. I see Trish being more. I see Trish being more managerial than anything.
I don't see Trish taking a back seat to just being just a manager. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna want to
No,
be
she could mix it
compete
up
in
some,
ring.
but she need to be
Yeah,
like she could do what MVP did. He was a manager who also stepped in the ring occasionally.
yeah.
I don't know. I thought the match was decent. I mean, it wasn't my favorite match of the night, but or of the day. But I mean, it was straight. I like the introduction of Zoe Stark. That was something that I didn't see coming. It gives it
I agree
new
with
Hmm.
that.
flavor. It gives it new flavor. Uh, that way, and now, to go to Jay's point, Trish won't have to wrestle as much because now she'll have Zoe do it. She can
Yeah.
start. She can start taking out.
Yeah. I mean
What's the name?
I mean, let's be honest. The
they
buildup is like JD was saying. The buildup is Lita coming back, most likely SummerSlam tag match, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean?
All right, well let's keep
yeah.
it with the women. Jay, not Jade, Jesus. Rhea versus Natty. I think we pretty much all knew how this was going to end up.
Next, all right. Next, come on,
All
I
right,
forgot about that. I
come
for
on. I
so
didn't
look, it
forget.
was
I
it
didn't
was
forget
it
about it.
was
I
so
just wasn't
quick
gonna bring
that
it
I
up.
forgot about it.
all right, well then let's get to
Natalia is the female version of R Truth at this point. Just saying, like,
yeah, but she still gets title matches.
what does it matter with the title match if you
she
last
got
in
she
the ring?
got she has a Money in the Bank qualifying match tonight.
Okay,
Uh,
30 seconds. And the only reason why she getting that is just because of the status of the women's division. Never mind. You about to get me started. You're gonna get me canceled. Let's go.
nah, keep going. All right, so and then let's go to Bianca versus Asuka. We
Well,
finally saw the title change.
before we do Bianca versus Oscar, let's go to the women's tag team match.
Huh?
Oh, they didn't have
Oh,
it there.
that wasn't at Night of Champions. That was the
That
next
was
night.
on Monday.
Oh
That was
my
on
god.
Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Thank God. Woo. All right. Yeah.
Well,
So
well, we think Ronda and Shayna won it, which was pretty much a foregone conclusion. We knew that was going to happen.
yeah,
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
that's all I was
All
gonna say
right,
about it too.
now when we were initially picking this match, see, I had been picking for Bianca to lose her title for a minute, and the one time I finally say Bianca going to win, what she do? She go out there and lose.
I,
I'm
I
still
knew it.
conf-
I knew
I'm
this
still
was the
confused
time.
by I'm still confused by this one.
I knew they eventually had her or Rhea had to lose it because you see they're getting ready to switch up the women's championships.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking out of all the nights for her to lose it.
Night of Champions.
Perfect. Night of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
And then she
because
lost
Bianca,
it. It wasn't even a miss to the face. She spit on her hand and then rubbed it in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still poisonous.
It was a misgouge.
It's still poisonous.
Back to that green dye number 5 in case you all the time.
I've been saying that Bianca is stronger as a contender, right? So now we start her build up for Royal Rumble and for WrestleMania to get Bianca versus Rhea at WrestleMania.
I really think now that she really lost, I really think that we're getting that heel turn with her in the Street Profits.
Thank you.
There's no reason now. She's no longer the champion.
Oh, bro, they were low key teasing it on SmackDown with Montez.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's coming.
Yep, he got all them boos against LA Knight. Like, yo,
and then he was low key playing it up. Like, I think the Street Profits are going to go ham as heels.
Even though I don't understand why fans are rooting for LA Knight, but
you don't like LA Knight? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But all right, so got the women's matches out the way. All right, let's go to Gunther and Ali. Gunther's another one on the street. They're probably at this point he probably is going to bring Honky Tonk because I think Honky Tonk is 454 days. Gunther's at like close to 300 now.
He's a little over a year, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that match was decent. Ali got some offense in, but we all knew Gunther wasn't losing.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to figure out who I feel like it's going to be Sheamus that's going to beat him. I just don't know when. You know what I mean? Like I don't know when it's going to happen.
But yeah, because they're on separate brands right now.
They are on separate brands.
Yeah, Gunther's on Raw. And the Brawling Brutes are on SmackDown.
Man, I feel like
I mean, shit, but since Austin Theory over here, using his Money in the Bank to challenge for a mid card title, who knows? Sheamus might win Money in the Bank and then
they don't need to
challenge Gunther.
I hope they don't do that again. If you're going to do that, just do 2 separate Money in the Bank matches. Do one for they can challenge whatever, and then the other one for like a mid card. Like, I'm sorry, I'm starting to get angry now.
You've been about to get angry about 5 times. I'm ready if you just unleash the anger.
I'm trying to save it for an event that's really worth it.
Let me see. Who else? Theory didn't defend his title, did he? Did Theory defend his title? I can't remember.
Yeah, he fought. Wasn't it Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley?
No, hell no.
I thought it was a triple threat match. Or was that WrestleMania?
That was before. That was
before.
Why am I thinking that they fought at Night of Champions?
Yeah, he didn't defend his title that night. Yeah, he didn't defend his title. All right, let's get to.
I don't understand why it's Night of Champions and why is he not defending his championship?
I mean, same reason that. See, they had a cop out with Roman. We gonna get to that, but
because we had Brock and Cody
title.
Big ass cop out.
Brock and Cody.
Brock and Cody.
Yeah, how we feel about that?
Brock and Cody. Man, oh man, oh man. So, I mean, yes, Brock won the match, but did he really win the match? You know what I mean? Like, Cody didn't tap out.
He passed out.
Right?
So yeah, he won.
And Cody technically almost beat him a couple of times. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Brock did
Mhm.
win, but I felt like that win did more for Cody than it did for Brock. Just me.
That was the point.
It did.
Gotta keep Cody looking strong, even though because you can't have him on his John Cena shit and just beating like him going out there and beating Brock with a broken arm wouldn't have made any sense.
Well, it would have made sense if he had a titanium wrapped brace around his arm and that he could
Cass.
just
Yeah,
wield around and knock people out with. So I mean,
exactly.
yeah, I could have seen him beating Brock just because he was allowed to use that cast. That would have been the perfect, you know what I mean, thing for that type of match.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it also would have did a lot more damage because now Brock Lesnar would have been on what, a 3-match losing streak or like a four pay-per-view losing
4.
streak or some shit like that.
Yeah,
So
4.
I kind of understand why Brock won. You know, like he had to eventually win.
I'm about to
So
say you gonna
Yep.
have
Keep it going.
Roman be the only person to beat Cody. Like we can't have that. But how do you see this story going forward? So now they're going to have a third match, more than likely. Cody will probably win that one. Are we
it depends
thinking?
on when the third match takes place because I think now is the time where Cody needs to be in this Money in the Bank match. You know what I'm saying? And qualifying for it. But if he does qualify
I
for it,
said that
I
if
don't want to.
Cody's in it,
Brock might take him out before Money in the
That's
Bank.
what I'm saying. I don't want to see Brock come in and do no bullshit where he takes out Cody and then takes his place in the Money in the Bank match and win it like he did the one year.
He could probably take him out, but just not enter himself into the Money in the Bank.
I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think he'll win it. I definitely think that he'll come in during that match and cause Cody to lose.
The predictable thing is that he's gonna you know do something where Cody's gonna lose a match.
Yeah,
That's the most predictable.
Or
if
if he tries to take
anything,
Cody
he'll
out
just
and take his,
Unless Brock qualifies for
if
the
he
Money
tried
in
to
the Bank
take
match
Cody out
himself.
before,
Because now, I mean, I'm just saying, here's a scenario. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a Money in the Bank qualifier. What if Brock and Cody both qualify for the Money in the Bank? Cody
yeah,
takes out Brock, do a couple of ladders, climbs and gets the briefcase. I kind of like
true.
that. Kind of like that version.
Or Brock takes Cody out before the match, enters himself in, but Cody comes back out during the match, takes out Brock, and gets his briefcase.
I can see that too.
I don't know. I still got either LA Knight or Logan Paul winning Money in the Bank.
Bro, let's be honest. If LA Knight wins Money in the Bank, he's going after the United States Championship. He is not going after the WWE Universal Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion. There's no way in hell, no shot in hell that he's going after that.
It can always
You
be
sure?
Bray.
Oh, God.
Man, speaking of Bray, real quickly, shout out to Alexa Bliss. She's pregnant, so she won't be on TV for a while.
For a while.
Her and Carmella both pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see them
But
next
he's
year.
coming. Bray's coming back SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. It won't be with her.
I hope not. I'm over him too. He's another CM Punk that I'm tired of.
Well, he had a sickness. He had an illness.
He was sick because the rumor was that they couldn't agree on his creative again.
I mean, both may be true, but they said that he was sick.
That wasn't even the case. He really, well, it could have, but they really sickness that caused him to be inactive.
Okay. Because they were talking about after the whole match with the Uncle Howdy and everything like that, Bray wanted to go a different way, and they didn't want to do it. WWE wanted him to do something else that was stupid, and that's the reason why that one match was changed that he was supposed to be in with Bobby. Or whoever it was. I think he was supposed to face Bobby, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. How do you feel about I know Jay mentioned it because he said it is one of the best matches. The AJ versus Seth Rollins match to start the show.
I was digging the match, man. I think
I
that
said
that
Seth
I
Rollins
mean,
is gonna win.
it was the match of the night. Off, I mean, like I said, it,
Yep. I'm,
I get it. Like I understand why they opened the show up with the match, with the World Heavyweight Championship match. I just, like I said, I just think that it kind of set the tone for the pay per view that it couldn't keep up with. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like when you look at pay per views and you look at opening matches and stuff like that, right? I like the build up. I like the you get the matches. Yeah, every match is
yeah.
better and better and better and better and better and better and better. Kind of like the what's the one that was in Puerto Rico?
Mm-hmm.
Like that last match at the end with Bad
Hmm.
Bunny versus. I mean, come on, Bad Bunny put on a freaking clinic. Like he put on a show with Damian Priest, and that had you all the way up here for that match.
Yeah.
But if they would have did that match at the beginning, the first match to open up, the rest of the show would have just been like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
True.
I predicted that this was probably going to be close to another 5-star match, and I feel like it delivered. Um, I love how AJ kept trying to get that forearm, kept trying, but I knew the last time when he tried to go and Seth kicked him in the gut with the super kick. Then he hit him with a pedigree and then a stomp. I believe he did it like that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because initially I wanted to pick Seth, but then I
Hmm.
was like,
I like
maybe
the
I'll
fact
go
that
with AJ.
AJ did the pedigree.
I was about to say
Oh
AJ hitting
yeah,
that pedigree was pretty sweet too, though.
I
Yeah.
knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew he wasn't going to win with that, but I did like the fact that he hit it. I don't really know how
Yeah.
I feel about the pedigree becoming a transitional move now, when it used to be a straight finisher, like people
You
would not
know,
get up from it.
you
But
know what I have to say? I have to say that I'm fine with it, and the only reason I'm fine with it
Me
is
too.
because I don't think I would want anybody else hitting it and then that's being their finisher other than Triple H.
or Seth.
Yep.
I mean, Seth never hit it and pinned anybody really off
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, he
He
has.
Anybody
did.
worth no anybody worth mentioning.
No, he has.
He,
He's won championships with the pedigree.
who did he hit with the pedigree and pin him for a
Brock Lesnar.
championship? How many pedigrees did he give Brock Lesnar when he did that?
I mean, it was like 3, but still,
Because
that was
did he
when the
not
curve.
hit him with? Because he hit him with a. Did
No,
he
it
not
was
hit him with a
banned.
curve stop?
It was banned then.
I could have sworn he hit him with a curve stop first, and then hit him with like 3 pedigrees.
The curve stop was banned for a while.
Where
Oh
was
yeah,
it been? I
no,
thought it was the buckle.
Triple H and Stephanie told him that he couldn't use it,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the curve
and that's
stomp
when
was
he
banned for a while.
yeah, and that's when he
And
pulled
so
out the pedigree.
the pedigree was his finisher. Because remember, he had that knee strike at one point where he wrap you around and hit you with the upper knee.
I remember that. Yeah.
Speaking of people
Yeah.
using their mentors' moves,
Yeah.
but all right, and then I think that's it. So let's get to the main event. Well, technically it was 3 main events, which I hate when they do that. The main event was the last match that we had, which was Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Now, I said this and Jay just co-signed it. I said them putting Roman in this tag match was a cop out because they didn't have anybody for him to fight
It was.
solo, no pun intended, for
Exactly.
to have a one-on-one match. And then they were trying to prove some kind of point to the Usos that they could do it and the Usos couldn't. So them having that tag match, because I don't understand how you can have a PLE called Night of Champions and your main champion is fighting in a tag match, not a solo match. That will never make sense to me. But
Like Triple H
Right.
said, I don't know what Roman
Because
Reigns negotiated to keep these titles, but he got one hell of a negotiator. I can tell you that much.
yeah.
so thoughts on the match?
Man, where do I even
because
start?
when we went tonight to defend, he had to defend the tag team championship and he had to defend the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was Clash. That's different. I guess apparently they make them use the main title on the Clash of Champions.
Well, Clash of Champions, Night of Champions, it's the same damn thing.
Man, if you have a pay-per-view named Clash of Champions or Night of Champions, every title should be on the line. And you should have just more than one championship change hands.
There shouldn't be any non-title matches on those shows.
Yeah.
That defeats the
You
purpose.
You got enough titles where you can take up that entire card and not have the, you know what I mean, any other bullshit.
It was 3 championships that weren't defended. The Women's Tag Team Championship, the U.S. Championship, and then the Universal Undisputed Championship.
Exactly.
So go ahead. You said where do you begin? So let's just talk about it.
I mean, okay. One, I think you got to give before the match even starts. Okay, I think you got to give everybody gives the Bloodline the credit, and they deserve all the credit, right? Don't get me wrong. They have single-handedly for the last 3 years carried SmackDown. Hell, even Monday Night Raw at some points with this storyline. Okay, there's never been, and there never will be a storyline that, in my opinion, will be as good as what the Bloodline has put out consistently in the last 3 years. Okay, but I think that a lot of people have to give Sami Zayn his credit. And you got to understand that Sami Zayn made this Bloodline storyline even better. And what he's doing now with the Usos, and then what he did with Roman and his match, and then now with KO as the tag team champions, Sami Zayn is a freaking all-star, right? I'm at the point now where, like, okay, let's talk about it. Is he in my top 10? I'm starting to get Sami Zayn starting to creep up there in my top 10, like easily.
Of the modern era?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Because I don't think that this match and storyline would have been as good if it was anybody else partnered with KO other than Sami Zayn.
I tend to agree with you, because I think for the storyline to have going as long as it's been going, all the parts have to make sense and have to work. And everything that they've done with the Bloodline storyline has worked. And that's rare. I mean,
think about this. How long did the Shield last? The Shield lasted what? Maybe 2 years?
3 years. 3
Was
years.
It 3? Did they get a full 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they got a full 3 years.
From 2012 to 15.
Okay, so, and Roman Reigns was part of that. You see what I'm saying? So outside of the Shield, I mean, what else do you have here that has lasted as long as the Bloodline? I can't think of any of them that have gone for this long.
I can't think of one either, because even when I go back to WCW, NWO only really had like a year and a half where they were really good before they started disintegrating and breaking up into different factions and all kinds of stuff from within. DX, I guess if you want to say the revamped version of DX with X-Pac and Triple H and the Outlaws, I guess they probably are
the ones that lasted maybe the longest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it was just Triple H and Shawn Michaels breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together for the next like 8 years. But to get down to the match, I had to get that context, because I just felt like, you know, you got to give Sami Zayn his credit for what he's done in this last year with the Bloodline in a whole, right?
Yeah.
And then the match starts, and the match was, I mean, it was a good tag team match. You know, I'm not going to say that it started off a little slow, then it started to pick up, like tag team matches always do. You know what I'm saying? They always start off slow, then they pick up. Do I think that Roman and Solo would have ended up winning without the Usos interference. Like, even if the Usos didn't interfere and they weren't there, I still don't think that they would have beat KO. I mean, we already know that Roman was never going to get pinned. I already know
Right.
this, right? We knew that something was going to
Mhm.
happen where Roman wasn't going to be the one to get pinned. So, I mean, I was just looking at the match and I was just waiting to say, like, okay, it's only a matter of time before they get Solo in some type of compromise to where he's able to get pinned.
Right.
Well, I want to say also, shout out to this Bloodline storyline because they have found a way to have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the 30th time, but it actually makes sense.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Because I swear him and Roman fought like 10 times during that initial feud.
Yeah.
This shit was crazy. Handcuffs and all, right, Jay? Yeah, I like the go ahead, JD. How do you feel about the match?
First of all, Sammy entrance, phenomenal. The fact that he came out speaking in Arabic, phenomenal. The
That's
moment
true, too. I
that
forgot about that.
the moment that everybody really waited for, because this is his first time in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? So that just was a historical moment. The match overall in general, you know, because of the storyline, it's good. I agree with everything Jay was saying, like about it to the T. Like even to the fact that we knew Roman wasn't gonna get pinned. We knew that it was gonna be something within Solo taking the L, like or Roman getting knocked out, not coming in. I do love all the saves and how dramatic it is. That one thing that we can say about this Bloodline story is the drama. Like this is cinematic without the cinematics.
Yeah.
They don't have to do all this, green screen and all the high definition animations and stuff like that. Like we're getting classic wrestling drama TV with this Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely. I mean, I feel like it was an A in my book. Like just because of how it still ties into everything that's going on. Like, the fact
And
that
how they just promote the matches.
Yeah. Like, and now that we get the like how AEW does the night before the match. What do you call it, Trey? The
press conference.
The press conference. Like the press conference even hypes it up even more when they do it. So like it was just good.
I mean, just think about the marketing that they after the Night of Champions, all you saw on social media was the super kick heard around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man! Like,
let's get to that.
I mean, come on, the super kick heard around the world.
Let's get to that. Okay, so the Usos came out to try to help. They end up they end up double kicking Solo.
Yeah. So and the first one was an accident. The first one was an
Roman,
accident.
Yeah. And Roman sees it.
Yeah, so kicking Solo was definitely an accident.
Yeah.
But then
Roman took it to the next level by shoving
Jimmy. It was Jimmy.
So it's so weird. Like this is what I hate to get off topic, but this is what I'm talking about, right? When you see how this bloodline, this whole entire thing has gone, because at one point it was Jay that had the issue, and it was Roman telling Jimmy to reel your brother in, or we're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then now it flipped, because at one point it was about to be Jay versus Roman. You know what I mean? Like when Jay came back from injury, and his brother Jimmy had to reel him in and bring him back, and Jay wasn't feeling Roman.
No. It was Jay. Jimmy came back from injury.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy came back. Yeah.
Because the feud started with Jay.
Yeah.
Jimmy was trying to get Jay out of it. Roman told Jay to bring Jimmy in, make him fall in line. He fell in line. Now it's revolving all around full circle.
Yeah, but that was before. That was before, because Jay had it Big Match Jay had a
Yeah.
title match with
Right.
Roman. So
And-
they've been swapping. It's been back and forth.
Mhm.
Jay, Jimmy, Jay.
I'm about to
Jimmy.
say because it's not like this came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Jimmy turning on Roman or going at him because, like you said, everybody's been focused on the whole Jay part. But you got to remember, Jimmy was hurt and Roman beat him so badly that Jay had to say, "I quit,"
Yep.
so that Roman would stop beating his ass.
In the Hell in a Cell match. Yep.
Yeah, like people can't forget. Remember, this story's been going on. This story's been going on for 3 years. It's a lot of things that happened.
It's a lot of stuff that happened. So now we're getting that shift, though, right?
Mhm.
Finally getting that shift, and I think that Jimmy just showed that he just had a little bit more willpower than what
Well,
Jay
first of
had.
all,
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
first of all, it goes the night before the match. The fact that Jimmy said, when it comes to the Usos and it comes to this tag team, I am the head of the table,
Oh yeah, we already knew it was coming.
or I'm the tribal chief. I'm like, oh, there you go,
Yeah. Yep.
there you go.
And
Like-
then, so how did you when you saw Jimmy kick Roman the first time, and then Jay got in his face like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then Jimmy kicked him again and just started going crazy.
But it's not about him kicking him again. Remember, after he kicked him the first time, Jay grabbed him, told him, said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And what did he say? He said something to him. He was
You're my
like,
brother.
Jimmy said, I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago.
And then that's when he super kicked him again. And that's when
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I mean, as of Friday night, we already knew that Solo wasn't going to be joining them. I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that was a good play. It was a good play.
But here's the problem. Because Jimmy's still not out. He's not like 100% out, right? Roman just said on his way back up the ramp on Friday is that he still needs to fall in line.
No, Jay.
Or he was going to make him fall in line.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah.
Jay.
But you see, Jimmy didn't leave his brother either, though. He left him, he stood by his side in the ring, too.
Mhm.
The only person
Jay-
that walked back up the ramp with Roman was Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So something
Civil
big is about
War.
to happen. And I'm trying to think in my mind, like I'm trying to figure out, okay,
Well, the Usos do have another brother.
the Usos do have another brother. He does, but they got one guy that can make an appearance at any time. He doesn't have to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? He just has to show up. You know what I mean? Make a nice little scene. And then, hey, he's been known to pop up at pay-per-views too.
Are his initials DJ?
Damn right it's DJ.
Okay, so
listen,
before
hold
DJ,
on, I'm just,
but before DJ, go ahead, Jay.
no, I'm just saying, like before this whole bloodline thing runs its course,
Yeah.
and they finally like break up, go their separate ways, or do whatever, we need it. Right?
Oh yeah, we do.
We need it. We need.
I bet you we get Rikishi first.
That's
I think
what I was
so.
gonna say.
I think we are. I think we're gonna get Rikishi.
And the reason why we're gonna get Rikishi first is because Solo hit Jimmy. With that, now it's brothers that are falling out. So Rikishi is gonna try to manage the brothers, saying y'all brothers, y'all need to come together. But then Roman is gonna confront Rikishi.
There you go.
And he's gonna say, you need to fall in line because I'm your tribal chief.
Yeah.
And then Rikishi's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna make a call.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think Roman's gonna knock out Rikishi.
If he knocks out
Rikishi,
and that's
the question
is,
is Solo going to stay with him when he knocks out his dad?
No,
not when he knocks out his dad. No.
Oh.
But I think that what's going to happen is that Solo's going to be torn because Solo's not going to know should he stick with the tribal chiefs or should he stick with his brother. And then I think that's when we're going to get DJ, aka Dwayne Johnson, that's going to show up and show out, and he's going to call out Roman, and he's going to call out Solo, and that's when Solo's going to make his choice.
But I got one more thing too. So even when Rikishi comes, like I feel like Roman, I think that it will be right there where Umaga's son will be ready, and he will join Roman. Right?
Mm.
I know how Rock will get into Roman's head, and it's going to be he's going to have Alpha and Sika with him.
Mm.
He
should.
He has to have Roman's dad and uncle.
I mean, at some point, I feel like we need to have them all.
Yeah,
like we just need to have
yeah.
the
Just have like
whole.
a Samoan round table.
Yes, we need
Yeah.
to just have them
Yeah.
all in the ring. Everybody,
Like the elders come together because Roman is by
Out of
himself, splitting the family in half, and now it's up
Yep.
to the elders to try to come and fix it.
Yep.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think
this.
so.
All right, so before we get out of here, how y'all feel about Roman's new belt?
Ass.
The
Okay.
honey mustard belt.
That shit looks like it was on WWE 2K23 downloadable content creative type championship belt. And just the fact that they're gonna have the women's title mimic that with a white strap.
I understand the concept of what he was trying to do, right?
It's marketable.
I understand that, it's the WWE Universal Championship is supposed to stand out from the heavyweight championship. So I kind of understand why the redesign was so similar to the predecessor, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand the yellow. I think they kind of the yellow. I think they kind of dropped the ball.
Well,
I think there was a whole lot of other designs.
Well, the other belt is gold, so I guess they're trying to match it like that.
Well, this is the thing.
The World Heavyweight Championship is fire, dude.
It is.
For somebody to design that and then turn around and go, "Oh, let's give Roman this." I'd rather them just let Roman keep the two championships. You know what I mean? The red and the blue, or the black and the blue. Let it go.
The only thing that they changed really was the fact that they made the WWE symbol with black diamonds or black gems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said that the diamond look did gold, so they put black gems on it since he's a kind of a dark figure that it'll fit his dark heel turn. I mean, his dark heel persona.
I guess the real question is now, how long does Roman walk around with 3 belts, or is he just going to walk around with the one now?
No, he's already taken a picture just with one belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going to be just the one belt.
Yeah. That's how they want it right now.
All right. So we got Triple H saying that he wants Roman to fight more. How long? Roman has had this belt for 1,000 days. This is probably our last topic. How much longer do we see him holding this?
Till he's number 4.
And how long would that take?
Number 3.
Oh, he's either going to be 4 or 5.
He's number 4 right now.
No, he's 6.
No, he's not 6.
He's 6.
The only person that's held the title longer than him is Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, and Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno Sammartino got 2 reigns. That's why he's 6.
He already beat that one reign.
No, Bruno he didn't.
Sammartino.
That's 10-27. He hasn't beat it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he has 20. Well, okay, he has like 24 days. 24 days until he beats Bruno Sammartino's.
When he came out on his, then they announced it wrong, because when he came out on his 1,000 day, Michael Cole said that the only people that have 4. A longer reign is Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, and Bob Backlund. Those are the 3 people that he is under.
Because when I looked when I looked up, Bruno Sammartino has 2 title reigns.
Hogan got
one
1,474.
Yeah, Hogan got the number
Yeah.
2 at 1,474. Nobody's touching Bob Backlund. That's not happening, right? So he's not getting that number 1 spot. In order for him to get that number 1 spot, he needs to be champion for what, 2.5 more years
Troy, you still
to
there?
take that take that number 1 spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jay
I'm
went
looking
off.
it up right now. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said Jay's screen went black.
Oh no, he was still here.
Also, yeah.
Oh, maybe it's
Yeah.
mine then.
I'm looking. Okay, so Punk is at number 10. This is updated as of April 2nd. Punk is at number 10 with 434 days. They're just doing championships because they got Honky Tonk Man at 454 Intercontinental. All right, so okay, Roman Reigns, Universal Championship. He was number 6 at 941, which means that he's still number 6. So to JD's point, he's still number 6 because Pedro Morales is at 1,027 days.
There we go. Pedro.
Then Bruno Sammartino is at number 4 with 1,237, and then Hogan is 1,474. Now, Backlund is at 2,135, and Sammartino is at 2,803. He ain't touching those, but
No.
to get to, so he would need to have. So if he's gonna break Hogan, if
He got to
already
go to SummerSlam next year.
yeah, he got to have it for at least 475 days more.
He got to go to SummerSlam of next year.
Maybe right now, because
Rumble.
He'll become number 5 within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He'll have to be Royal Rumble 2025.
But the problem is just that you got to think about it. With him not wrestling
full time, it's easy.
Yeah, because he's just collecting days.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's easy.
So now you're talking about Roman possibly defending the championship. What? His next title defense probably won't be until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It's
so
not
one. So he's literally.
No, I could see it being TLC because normally TLC is before SummerSlam. SummerSlam's in August. We have Money in the Bank coming up, and then we have TLC. So it could be TLC. If not TLC, then it's going to be SummerSlam.
Yep. Then after SummerSlam, it will be Royal Rumble.
No, it might be Survivor Series when he.
Oh yeah. Or he'll fight Seth.
Something like that. And then after Survivor Series, it'll be Royal Rumble, and then after Royal Rumble, it'll be WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Or Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. And that's how it's going to go.
It's easy for him to get the number 4 spot.
I mean, he'll have the number 4 spot, by SummerSlam already?
He'll have number 5.
Number 5, yeah.
Yeah. But to get to that 1,474 days, I mean, shit. Goodness gracious. I think that after, okay, so now that once Gunther loses the IC championship, I'm cool on WWE doing long title reigns for a while now. Literally everyone in WWE has a long title reign. Shit, low key, Austin Theory's putting together a mean ass run too.
200 and something days.
Bianca Belair was one of the longest running women's champions.
She was the longest reigning women's champion.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So let's talk about. So how about both black women's champions lose on the same weekend?
We were going. I wasn't going to touch it.
Technically, Jade won first.
Still lost.
And she came out doing her AKA step.
And they both were record breaking. And they both lost the same night. Well, the same weekend. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, because I was trying to think of whose was more impressive because Jade, I feel like
it was definitely Bianca's because Jade, she had squash matches.
I was about to say it definitely was Bianca.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of Jade's fight were squash matches in 2 minutes.
I think it's because they were talking about how many. I think it's because Jade had 60 title defenses. Not was a champion for 60 days. She had 60 title defenses. So I was like, okay. So
listen, I think after Roman loses this title and after Gunther loses the title, I don't think you're gonna see long title reigns in WWE for a while.
Oh no.
They don't need it.
I think it's gonna be a bunch of people just back and forth.
Yeah.
So
all right. Anybody got anything else?
Nah.
All right. Well, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Over the Ropes, Beyond the Ropes. Should we trying to get we almost had a studio session for y'all. May get it pretty soon. I know JD was trying to put it together.
I tried. I tried.
Hopefully we can get together again pretty soon.
Coming soon, yeah.
Make sure y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, check us out on all podcasting platforms. Check us out on TikTok. You think I should put the intro video I made? You think I should upload that to YouTube?
Yeah,
just people to check out.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so I'll go ahead and upload that as well. So this is your boy OTR Trey, aka Treyway.
Yeah, this your boy Jay, aka Rant Jay.
And this is your guy, OTR Mic Drop. Hey, how I doing the dance? Oh. Hey man, thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
Peace, y'all.